I welcome you guys back into my next video. You must understand every single day that what's important is understanding communicational skills with yourself out loud. What do I mean? You must understand that throughout your life, you're going to go throughout life without video recordings and without audio recordings and without writing materials. And it's just going to be you and your tone of voice with yourself. When there's no documenting of yourself in terms of this documentational video is documenting me right now. So sometimes I may go into my phone and write something down as well so that you can learn from me something, or I may do it in an audio or video or writing material. But sometimes without that, you understand? I promise you, without the videos and without the audio and without the writing materials, you can talk to yourself out loud. You understand? There's a life coaching technique here. And now if you just keep talking positively to yourself and to yourself and to yourself without recording yourself on video and without recording yourself with audio tapes, and without recording yourself with writing materials and quotes, and without writing on social media to anybody, but just planning your life with yourself and looking at what to do in daily life, just like this, with your voice, and you just communicate 24/7 positively with yourself. Now you're going to be planning so much more than on a video, and then you're going to understand either way that you're going to be planning more than audio and video and quotes and audio all together, because you're going to be talking to yourself 24/7 on how to plan and how to strategize your day. But then you're going to make a life coaching video in 5 hours time, and then you're going to give people the new ideas, for example, that you have. And now understand this, that I go throughout my day now without life coaching videos and without my Mega Drive, but then what I do is I have my eye only. Now you must understand that when I go and say my Mega Drive, I have everything in terms of my branding photos and my travel photos and my videos and courses and everything I ever do in life. I just do it with my word I now. Now, what do I mean? I mean that I have my word I in terms of my I love you. So I never need the technology. I never need anything else but just myself in my mouth. And then I just go speaking with myself. Now guess what you do from this point? You make sure every single day you go grab that nice, beautiful, let's say the bowl. You're going to eat Weet-Bix, Danny. And then you're going to make sure that you're going to Coffs Harbour quickly. And then, now, guess what? No matter what, that's done without the video camera. You get it? I'm planning already what to do very quickly without you seeing me do it. You understand? But what's amazing is then I show you how I do it on a video. You understand? You get it? I just shown you. You understand? So every single day is understand that I go really quickly, planning my life forward with my own mouth without you seeing me first. You understand? I promise you now, I may go into my software and do some nice, beautiful music production. I love I. Now, and then I guess myself into a better way, and then I make sure I go and do some work, and I work. And guess what happens? I make sure every time I say I love I make sure that if I hit something, I make sure to never repeat myself, but I make sure to do better. I promise you, although, that what happens is, understand, I may be doing some music production or whatever around town, but guess what happens? I then start to record after I learn something. You understand? So once I learn something, I then record myself doing so, and then I go and live coach you 24/7. But if you want to practice about doing 30-hour seminars like I do today, you must understand that what's amazing is throughout the weekend, you have all the time in the world to be learning, and throughout the week as well. So there's no excuses for you to be never communicating with anybody. You must understand, you must be communicating with yourself only. You understand? Because you're the most important in your life. But what's important is if you want to amount the skills to be able to talk 30 hours in front of people from Friday to Saturday to Sunday, you understand, and you do 8 hours a day, for example, or 30 hours a week, you must understand either way, you can do 10-hour days. You understand? You do 3 days and do 10 hours each, and guess what happens? You can talk in front of a crowd 10 hours at a time. And now, if you want to amount to that amount of talking, you have to be talking to yourself far more with yourself positively, without video camera and without the audio camera and without writing materials. Understand? Just be talking to yourself really quickly about how to make events and who to call today and who's the one individual that you love and whatever. Like, be talking to yourself all day long positively, and then go and motivate yourself with your own words without being on video camera and without teaching others. You understand? Just teach yourself first, and then go and do it first, and then go and teach people how to do it. That's it. If you understand, to just be talking to yourself all day long is how you amount to 30 hours of talking in front of people. Understand? It's that simple. I just gave you the knowledge. I have to be talking to myself all day long, constantly, through my sleep And when I wake up, I have to be talking to myself and talking to myself and talking to myself, even when I close my eyes, and talking to myself positively, and never stop talking. Because while I'm talking, I'm planning. I'm planning something. I'm talking about somebody with myself. I'm looking to see what to do in their life. I'm looking to strategize my way around town. I'm looking to teach myself these words and vocabulary and everything. So every single day, I focus upon understanding that I'm always doing these life coaching videos. I understand that what's important is making sure that you also do your synonyms and doing your nice, beautiful vocabulary daily. So focus on never ever missing out when you say so. You understand? What's important is making sure that if you go and really, let's say, pronounce yourself much better, you have to understand that you can swim in a swimsuit, although you can sleep in a swimsuit too. So just recently, I lost my nice, beautiful singlet just earlier today in terms of before. Although I found a nice, beautiful swimsuit. I have a swimsuit. I swim and also sleep now, especially in my swimsuit, especially in winter. I mean, if you're going around in winter somewhere, I mean, you can get yourself skins. And now understand skins in terms of the Olympics, where the swimmers do the freestyling in terms of life and they have the skins. I mean, you go and wear your skins, you understand? So I have skins over here. I mean, you can see my skins, you understand? Or else these are skins, or else they're not, or else they're never the actual Bonds underwear or anything, or else they're never underwear, or else it's skins. And now skins, you can get them to your ankles. I mean, I suggest you get those if you're going to Antarctica and if you're going to snowy areas, and also a swimsuit, you understand? Because a swimsuit, at least, is elastic. I mean, you understand? I mean, it's elastic, and get yourself a whole swimsuit and put it underneath your clothing while you're in the snow. You understand? And also make sure that if it's cold around you, you still get swimsuits. You still get the nice, beautiful skins and wear them during your sleep too. So if you're wearing skins during your sleep, you'll never be cold. Because what happens is, if you even go into the ocean, I realize if you go to the ocean and you're wearing skins, I realize the water is never cold. I mean, the water is never cold because the water is going on your skins. You understand? Your skins prevent the water from being cold. I mean, guess what? I mean, if you're sleeping with skins and a swimsuit, you'll never be cold because it's elastic. You understand? I mean, elastic is getting cold, but your skin's warm under the elastic. So you need to protect your skin. And now, if you understand that skins, if you get it to the nice, beautiful neck side, now what you do is realize the sun's going to get very hot in the daytime. But guess what you do? You must understand, you can take off your skins. You never have to wear it in the sun, but wear it during the sleep. I mean, wear it during sleep time. I mean, wear your pajamas, which is your skins, during sleep time. I mean, wear your tracksuit pants and skins or a swimsuit while you're sleeping, or a jumper. You understand? I mean, get yourself a new jumper and sleep with a jumper too. I mean, sleep with some gloves. I mean, put some gloves on and sleep with gloves too. And put a beanie on and sleep with beanies and hoodies on. You understand? I mean, there's no chance that you can get cold. Although, make sure you understand that if you're just living in one area, I mean, have yourself a heater as well, and have yourself some fans as well. I mean, guess what? I mean, what you do is realize this. That if you're just living in one area of life, you have to understand that it is the best idea for you to go traveling the world. You understand? Now, never just live in Sydney, Australia. I mean, go live in Africa. I mean, go live in Netherlands. I mean, go live in Germany. I mean, just keep traveling. You understand me? First, that's what you have to do. But if you want to travel throughout life, you have to travel in front of people. First, now, everything else is away from people. I mean, if you plan on being in a marriage with somebody, you have to be in front of people. You understand? First, you have to be in front of people to do that. First, if you plan on having kids, you have to be in front of people. You understand? First, now, if you plan on having peace and bliss, you go away from people. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you want to have peace and bliss with yourself and be alone, you have to go away from people. You understand? Now, that's the opposite angle, but it's also the best angle. I never need people. I can be doing my work here, and I can be going to a 9-to-5 job, you understand? And I can just work as a psychologist all my life and make $100,000 a year. I mean, that's the cap. I mean, understand? But guess what? I still make all these videos come true. I make my life come true. I mean, eventually, I get real estate. I'll go traveling the world alone. But guess what? I mean, no kids. I mean, no woman. I mean, no wife. I mean, do you understand? But I have the best life. I'm better than yesterday. I have peace and bliss. I mean, nobody's coming up to me. I'm rich. You understand? I have a purpose. I'm helping Jesus Christ. You understand? I can do that life. Or I can become a psychologist. I can go in front of people. I can start public speaking. I can do music production in front of people. I can do my career in front of people. I can do away from people too. I get the best of best. I get the best of both worlds. Be in front of people and be away from people, as Jesus Christ is. Jesus Christ goes to the top of the mountain to pray by himself, and he never wants other people with him. He goes into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and explains to you. You have to be alone as well sometimes. You understand? Whereas now, every single day, focus upon understanding that when I'm coaching people and life coaching like this, I make sure you understand that I just recently went to brush my teeth, but I still have to go and do my eyebrows. I still have to go and do my mustache. I still have to go and shave all this part. You understand? But I just do it one bit at a time. I say, hey, I just go and do my brushing of teeth, but I come here and do a 1 hour coaching video. And then after this, I go and do some music production, and then I go just razor this part and razor this. I'll leave the massage. I'll leave the massage, for example. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll do my massage. You understand? And then guess what happens from that point? I'll do another live coaching video, and then I'll do some music production, and I'll go to Coffs Harbour, and then guess what I'll do from that point? I'll brush my teeth. I then make sure either way I come here and eat something. I do some music production. I do another live coaching video. I then go and do some razoring again. Understand how I'm doing life? I'm never doing it in 1 hour blocks. I was waking up before, and then I say, hey, I have to get to the shower first before I even groom. I shower first, and guess what happens in the shower? I start talking to myself. I start doing all this nice, beautiful grooming and everything. And yes, it's never a waste of time. But what's even amazing more than that is being less in the bathroom and being less in the toilet. Understand? So what I do is, instead of having to do my eyebrows and then shave this part and do my nice beautiful mustache and do my nails as well. You can see my nails is always clean. I do my toenails. Understand? And guess what? I'm always doing my grooming in terms of my brushing my teeth. Understand? And now brushing my hair, I never brush my hair. Understand? I never need to brush my hair. If you're brushing your hair all the time, what happens when you're brushing your hair? You collect all these hairs. Understand? I never want to brush my hair, because as soon as you brush your hair, you start ripping out your hairs for some reason. I never want to do that. You understand? I never need a brush. I never carry a brush around. I never carry shampoo around. I never carry soap around. Understand? So what's important is understanding that if you have any materials that you want to give away, such as razors and cotton tips and elastic bands, for example, you understand, and microphones. Maybe you have anything else that you want to give away, like earphones, for example, and a plastic bag. Go to people and just give it. You understand? So you never have to carry it around with you. So make it a habit with your life that as you're traveling throughout life, that you always halve the amount that you carry with you. So if you're in Coffs Harbour, but you're going to Port Macquarie, before you get to Port Macquarie, make sure that from 20 kilos of what you're wearing today is going to be 10 kilos that you're carrying to Port Macquarie instead of 20 kilos. You understand? You're going to carry 10 kilos only. But then from Port Macquarie to Newcastle, you're going to half again. You're going to half your trip in terms of your nice, beautiful luggage, and it's going to go to 5 kilos instead of 10 kilos. You're going to carry 5 kilos to Newcastle. You understand? And then you're going to half it again. You're going to go from Newcastle to Sydney. But from Sydney, in terms of this place, you're going to take away 2.5 kilos from your luggage. And you're going to carry 2.5 kilos only. You understand? You want to get to the point where you're just carrying just yourself. Do you understand? You're just carrying yourself around. What is Jesus Christ carrying around back in those days? Just clothing and sandals. That's it. There's no phones in his pocket. There's no laptops. There's no shoulder bag. You understand? There's no belts back then. You understand? And now you have to understand either way that in the Bible, you have to understand every single day there's no reference of there being any, let's say, belts. I promise you, although that you can see sandals. Now, sandals is something. Or it's like a belt. You understand? Although there may be some belts back there. You understand? But now, every single day, focus upon understanding that either way, that if you understand that belts are part of clothing anyway, but Jesus Christ is saying here, have one set of clothing and walk by carrying less on you. You understand? Or that's it. Carry less on you. Be single, is Jesus Christ. Now, every single day, that if you go and focus upon understanding that you have to create events around the world. And now, if you're creating events around the world, you have to be able to advertise your events. And now, I see Grant Cardone, for example, and this individual has his own 10x Growth Cons, and now it's his own personal development program. And now, every single year, he holds it somewhere. But guess what? For the whole year, he's promoting it. And he's winning over people. And he's selling his tickets here and there. But then again, along the way, he's giving his contents. He's giving his information. And that's what you need to do. But then he's promoting his 10x Growth Con on Instagram and on social media. And now you have to understand that on social media and Instagram and YouTube and all this online stuff, of course, it's all bullcrap in terms of advertising. You understand? But guess what? I mean, you never ever give money to advertise yourself online. You give yourself money to advertise yourself in real life only. You understand? Of course, now if you do that, you have to understand that what's more important is understanding that people online never care about you. I mean, people online never care about your content and what you're making. Because I've made over 700 hours of content, and guess what? I mean, they only ever give me 34 followers. I mean, you understand? I deserve more than that. I mean, 34 followers. I mean, some other individual has 100 videos and 50k followers. I mean, understand what I mean? I mean, I'm giving them free knowledge like this, and they're never following me. But guess what? I mean, that's why I never give them money to see me. I mean, understand? Because they never deserve me. You understand? I mean, they never deserve to see me. I understand? Because I'm somebody much more. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, every single day, you must focus upon understanding. When I give you 50,000 hours of knowledge, you understand? But that's how it feels to me. Right now, every single day, and you never respect me, and you never appreciate me. You understand? Because any amount of stuff I give you, I mean, and you never appreciate me, because you're worse than yesterday, but you believe you're better than me, but you're worse. You're looking uglier than me. You understand? Unfortunately, although, guess what? I'm always looking better than me. I'm always making sure that you understand that you're beautiful for being in this video. You have to understand everybody's beautiful. But ugly people are people who just never want to be around you. You understand? Unfortunately, guess what? I mean, that's even better. I mean, when they're never around me in terms of I never need them. You understand? But what's important is to understand that you need to communicate with yourself all day long into a greater prosperity. Now, if you understand that people online never care about the content that you produce. I mean, is that simple? Unfortunately, they never care about anything that you have. You understand? Unfortunately, what's important is care about yourself, that you have that. You understand? Unfortunately, because I do have 700 hours of content, and I did post it online for free, I get to experience something here. I get to experience the crowd and people and how they react to me and everything I've done. I've done more than everybody else in terms of my age and in life. I've done more. You understand? Whereas now, every single day, I'm focusing upon understanding that there are other people who are doing much more than me in terms of lifetimes. You understand? But what's happening right now is over time, I'm doing the most. You understand? Unfortunately, nobody's outrunning me long term because I'm doing far more than all of them. You understand? I'm doing far more than Jesus Christ too. You understand? Unfortunately, I'm trying to do much more than me. I'm always doing it. I'm doing much more. Unfortunately, now, there's a big difference between trying and doing. You have to understand, I'm always trying, which is doing. You understand? Now, if you understand that I never give up, I'm never giving up my communicational skill because of something I said. I'm making sure I pick up my communicational skills so that I can teach you something more. And now understand either way that Jesus Christ himself says that you can do more than Jesus Christ. I believe that I'm doing more than Jesus Christ at the moment. You understand? Because I want to be doing much more. Although I still have to level myself to become much more like Jesus Christ. You understand? That's it. Now, I just have to level myself more and more. But throughout time, I realize that I've done more. You understand? I've done more than everybody. You understand? Now, that's the whole case. Now, you're going to find yourself on the road. You're going to find yourself at nightclubs. You're going to find yourself around the world public speaking and in front of people. But that's the best way. If you want to understand the best road, it's in front of people to make the money. You understand? Because if you're going away from people, you have to understand that you have to have a 9-to-5 job. You understand? But guess what? You have to understand that you have to have a 24/7 job over a 9-to-5 job. You have to be working 24/7, regardless of the 9-to-5. But never look at the 9-to-5 as some kind of charade or something that's going to impact you in a negative way. Whereas now, 9-to-5 work will help you as long as you have the skill set to grow out of it. You understand? Whereas now, every single day, you are going through phases. I'm going through phases. I mean, everybody's going through phases. You understand? Whereas now, what kind of phases am I going through? You must understand that right now, I'm at the nice, beautiful phase of life where I'm getting myself into events. And then guess what? I start my life coaching events. I start my music production events. I get into a family phase. And then guess what happens? I get traveling to other countries phase. And then I never retire. But then I just make sure I'm growing phase. And guess what happens from that point? I make sure I just pass away phase. You understand? There's all these phases coming up. There's a grandchildren phase and grandchildren phase. And then the best body build phase. You understand? And then I get the nice, beautiful long hair phase as well. You understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, whatever you want. I mean, there's so many phases to go. I mean, I'm never middle class. You understand? I never consider myself. I never consider myself a middle class individual. I mean, you understand? Now, people are trying to limit themselves by calling themselves poor and poverty and middle class, and they're looking at the rich because they're wearing some leather shoes. I understand? I mean, the rich. I mean, they call themselves rich people, but wearing leather shoes. I mean, yeah? You believe you're rich, huh? I mean, you call yourself rich, but you're wearing leather in life. You're wearing fur. You have to kill a tiger to look good. I mean, do you call that rich? Russian, no. Russian, does Jesus go killing tigers? Russian, no. Russian, does Jesus go killing whales like Japanese people? Russian, no. Understand? I mean, does Jesus Christ go holding captive of non-human animals in the zoo? Russian, no. Understand? And who's this? I mean, those are the human people. Understand? And do you find Jesus going and killing all the animals of the world? Russian, no. Well, I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, become a vegan is Jesus Christ. You understand? Russian, every single day I'm a vegan, so whatever you do is understand, never hurt animals and never hurt other people, but go and focus yourself into doing much more for yourself. Because that's why I'm doing these videos, because I want to grow. But then I teach myself regardless of the people now. I teach myself everything first. I want to become so successful regardless of anybody else, because I understand people and how they treat me. I understand that people around you right now are looking at you like you are nobody. They're looking at you like, hey, I mean, who's this peasant around here? I mean, they have a tattoo and you have no tattoo, and they believe there's something better than you because they have a tattoo. I mean, they're looking at you like, are you famous? I mean, who are you, man? I mean, you're just born in the world and you believe you're somebody. That's how they are. You understand? I mean, they're looking at you like you work a forklift job. They're looking at you. You have to understand, I just know my eye only. I said my eye only. Understand? But what's amazing is understand this. I mean, that's how people look at you. Understand? I look at you in a way that you're going to grow with me. Understand? Because when I grow, I only say the word I in this life. Understand? I'm helping you to explain to you right now what all of I is, in terms of what everything is. Now, if you understand that if you go talking about people, but you relate it to the word I, you don't understand yourself. You have to understand how to understand, and how to understand, and how to comprehend and understand. Apparently, it's the word I. And now, understand this. Apparently, now, the rich people are never coming to save you. Apparently, now, nobody's coming to save you. You understand? You are already living life. You have to save yourself. You are your own savior now. You understand? But what I can do is I can give you the ideas necessary to make sure that you go and prosper. You understand? Now, I'm coaching you right now. I mean, these are my coaching courses, but you're getting them for free. I mean, of course, you never value this. You understand? Now, you may understand that because you are watching this, you are valuing this. You understand? But make sure you understand that most people never value me. Now, those people who understand that this is for free. I mean, this is for free. I'm never even charging you for this. You understand? Every single one of these videos is more, it's worth more than anything in the world. You understand? Because guess what? I understand that no matter what, that when you see me live somewhere in your area, you'll be giving me money to see me. Understand? That's the difference. Online, I do it for free because there's a big difference. I get to grow from it. I get to understand. I get to leave a big legacy from this. And then either way, I promise you, those people from the past that I grew up with are never even starting to coach people. You understand? I'm coaching already. So either way, I realized that my videos from 2 months ago was at around 650 videos. I'm already over the 600. I'm already over the 705 mark in terms of videos online. I mean, in the sense that every single day I'm posting videos. I'm posting new videos. I'm helping people out much more. But I'm getting myself into events now. And then eventually, you have to understand, you have to promote those events in front of people. So what you do is you say, hey, you guys can find me on this date at the ANZ Stadium. I promise it's going to be packing out. I promise it's going to be a sellout. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people. You guys have to understand, you have to come and see me. I mean, the door tickets are this much and this much. I mean, VIP section is this much. I mean, whatever. I mean, guess what? I mean, make it a sellout. You understand? I mean, make sure you charge people $10,000 for front seats. I mean, make sure you understand that. I mean, make sure you charge people everything you can at those events. You understand? Or you have to understand that either way, that if you go and make yourself much greater and you make yourself richer in the process, you have to understand that if you have all these people coming to see you, it's all your money. You understand? It's all your money, but guess what? You make from it what you want. Now, every single day, you're going to make money regardless. But what's amazing is the money never makes itself, does it? You are the one making the money make itself. You understand? Now, you must be grateful for the money you are given. Although make it legally. You understand? If you go around and you charge $200 of the sales and you make $1,500 on a night, you take $1,500 to the bank and you put it inside your bank account. And now, guess what's going to happen? They're going to say, hey, what are they going to say? They're going to say, how much money do you want to put in? And you're going to put it in. Guess what's going to happen now? You're going to have all that money in your pocket because it's legal. It's legal right now. That's a tax break. You understand? Because if you have $1,500, I promise you that bank is never going to say, hey, how did you make the money? But then guess what you do? You have to lodge it then. Now, guess what? You're already lodging it. If you give the money to the bank, and they put it in your bank account, they have to ask you first, don't they? They have to ask you, how did you make the money? You know what I'm saying? If you understand that, now it's your money. You say, you guys never asked me. You guys never did ask me about how did I make the money. If you go to the bank and you put $1 million that you made from drug dealing, and they put it in your bank account, it's your money now. It's your money. What do you want from me? I came and I made the money, I put it in the bank account. You understand? But if they ask you, how did you make the money? You say, drug dealing. I made it through drug dealing. What? Guess what? They're going to say something, but guess what? You must understand that if you make it legally, and you say, hey, here's $1 million, I want to put it in your bank account. How'd you make the money? Oh, I made it through public speaking. Guess what? They're going to say, we are tax deducting your ass. We are taking 60% of the money. We are taking 60% of the money. Guess what? You take it. You grab it. I want 400,000 of it. You understand? I still win. I still get 400,000 for my nice beautiful labor. You understand? I made it one day. Big deal. You want 600 grand? I have 400,000 I just made in one day, man. You're a 9-to-5 worker, and you're working for how much? You're working for $200 a year. You're working for how much are you working for? Understand? Guess what? Every single day, focus on understanding that if you're working for something, never let others do anything to you. But other than that, make sure you understand you let everything happen. You must let everything happen to you and for you. But make sure you understand that if you go and really, really label yourself anything better, you must understand to be humble about what you have. And now, if you understand every single day to go and really grow yourself, and every single day you're understanding freedom, you're understanding courage and bliss, and you're making sure that no matter what, you're going to call people. You have to call them, and then what's going to happen is you have to advertise your events. Now, if you never advertise your events, you get no results then. You understand? Now, what the case is with events around the world is you have to call people, and you have to go to RSL clubs. You have to go to workers' clubs. You have to go around churches. You have to go around for free around places as well. So what you do is realize that if you are somebody who's already doing it for free, you no longer have to do it for free. Understand? You're already doing it for free. You at first have to do it for free. Understand? But then what you do is, as long as you're doing it for free, you can now start charging people as well. Understand? Or that's how it is. But if you're doing it only to charge people without doing it for free, you now are setting yourself up for a loss. Nobody cares about giving you money when you're never doing it for free. Understand? When you're doing it for free, then you can make the money. Understand? You must do it for free first, and then you can make the money. Understand? You must understand that. If I charge you right now for this video without you even watching it, and it's online, you never will give him the money. Understand? Now, I understand that because I say so. I understand, although I never want to charge you online. Anyway, I'm never in effect of that. Although I'm an effect of I only. Now, every single day, that if I go to my nice beautiful, let's say, doors, and I go and charge you in a physical realm where you see me in real life, before you even see me, you have to give me $1,000 to see me. Now, you're going to value me and my content that I post up online too. You've already given me $10,000 in real life. Every time I post a video online, you're going to find me. You understand? Now you value my content that I post up online too. You gave me $10,000 in real life. You understand? My work, you watch, you have been watching me for about, let's say, 3 hours online, and then you came to my event and you gave me $10,000. I just done 3 hours of work in your eyes to get $10,000 from you. Big deal. I rush now every single day, focus on understanding I have more than $10,000, man. What do you think I am? I understand? I'm much better than that. I rush now every single day, that no matter what, I'm priceless. You can never put a number on me. You understand? I make sure I teach everybody everything I can every single day. But if Tony Robbins can do it, I promise you, if Tony Robbins can go around the world traveling and doing these life coaching events 30 hours every single week, I promise you I can do it too. I mean what? I can do it too. I mean, every single day focus upon understanding that it never matters about how big your dick is. You understand? I promise you, I've seen many big dicks in life. You understand? I promise you. And now that's just the truth. You understand? Rush, now guess what? I mean, every single day focus upon understanding that's just how I am. I'm telling the truth. You understand? I rush now every single day. Now, no matter what, I rush that the biggest dick in the world is the word I rush it. Now, every single day, focus upon understanding that there's always much better words to use. You understand? But what's amazing is every single word is positive. I rush everything I've said is positive. Rush now, if you view me negative because of something I've said, it's because you're negative. You understand? I'm never negative about what I say. I'm here to teach you about my life and who I am. Rosh, that's it. Rosh, now I've seen many of everything in life. I've seen many boobs around too. You understand? Rosh, now is it okay for an individual to see everything? Rosh, does God go watching people's dicks in life? Rosh, yeah. Rosh, God sees everything. I mean, whoa! I mean, I apologize, Danny. I apologize for being so negative on you, man. You apologize? You apologize? I mean, guess what? I mean, God sees everything. Do you believe that when you're having sex with your wife or husband, that God's never watching you? Or God's watching everything? I mean, hello? I mean, wake up. I mean, God's always watching pornography. I love that. I rush now every single day, focus upon understanding that God's the creator of this world. You understand? Rush now, if you understand what I am now, I understand I'm much greater than yesterday because I can focus upon loving my life. And now because I love my life so much, I focus on teaching you exactly about how I go about life. Brush now, when you're under pressure, you have to speak up more. You have to speak up more. You have to talk to yourself more. But I have no time for women. I have no time for women because I understand my communicational skill is going around the world, traveling and pumping my music everywhere. I am dreaming about that. I understand I'm dreaming to go around festivals and make $4 million per festival I make. I understand, and more. I can make more than that on the festival. I understand? Because I have the nice, beautiful music to do so. I make music for that. I understand? So every single day, the better I get at music, the better my crowd. You understand? I mean, the better my life coaching. The better my life coaching videos, and the more I add online, the better I am in real life. Rosh, that's how simple it is. Because this is my practice. Rosh, the same way Novak Djokovic wins every single year at the Australian Open is my nice, beautiful way of saying every single day I create a nice, beautiful life coaching video where I'm a champion that is growing better than yesterday. Because in my world, I'm the winner. I mean, in Djokovic's world, Prosher, he's the winner at the Australian Open. You understand? Because that's how it is. Prosher, he's competing with other people. I'm never competing with anybody but myself. Prosher, you understand? But Djokovic is also competing with himself. I mean, you understand? Prosher, now every single day, focus upon understanding I am Serbian, I am Croatian, I am Australian. I am focusing upon understanding to grow. I mean, you understand? So when people watch me and I'm at ANZ Stadium and I make whatever money, I mean, I never care about the money. I care about the popularity. I care about having 50,000 people watching me. I understand? I care about that. I understand? Because once they see me, I mean, they say, that guy's successful now. I understand? But I have the money anyway. I've been promoting the whole time. I make a nice, beautiful gig at RSL Club. I make $1,500 in less than 8 hours. I mean, it's very easy to do it. I mean, it's very easy to charge people because guess what? I mean, regardless, I'm a psychologist at the 9 to 5. I make $100,000 per year. I mean, why not just go make events about psychology? I mean, I'll go make events. I charge extra at the doors as well. I make $100,000 at 9 to 5 job. And then I go at the doors of RSL clubs and I say, hey, $250 to see me at the door, mate. I mean, I may get 400 people to watch me on a day. I mean, 400 times 250, I get a number. I mean, half of the money, you give it to the club. I mean, I get half the money. I bring it to the bank. I mean, they tax me 60% of that money. That is whatever. I understand? And I grab 40% of that money. You understand? Rosh, that's it. I grab 40% of the half of that money. You understand? Rosh, that's it. Rosh, now, if you understand what I mean, I'll go and let's say I make $10,000 at the door. I mean, $5,000 goes to the club. I mean, $5,000 goes to me. I put $5,000 in the bank. I say, hey, I understand either way that if they ask me anything, approach that's the best time to say, hey, I made the money here or whatever. Approach now every single day that if you never say it, you have to understand either way that if you be quiet about that, now guess what happens? You win. You win over. But if they ask you, you give them. You have to ask. You have to ask. But what's amazing is if people ask you for some money, like they did Mark Zuckerberg in terms of the government, who went asking Mark Zuckerberg for $10 million just like this, Mark Zuckerberg has to give them. Now, guess what? The government's asking Mark Zuckerberg for some money, but they're printing the money. Guess what? Why? Guess what? You have to understand either way that they're printing their own money. Why are you asking? You have to ask. You have to ask. Guess what you can say? You already have it. I already gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I realize every single day, focus on being smarter. Focus on understanding that if you give the money, you have to understand to provide the evidence. You have to provide yourself a service of growth. And now the best way to understand that if you go being a psychologist or a doctor or anything in life and you're going to university and you're studying all this information, information is the key. Information is the best aspect of life. You give every single dollar for that. Be understanding to invest in yourself and in your information. Understand? The information, guess what? There's more information than that. You understand? Now, if you look at Jesus Christ and you look at all the information in the world, I can tackle it and I can learn it quickly. That's the kind of attitude you need. Now, if you go to university, you have to be serious about it. You have to be serious about that information. And forget the other people. Never try to go pub after university with your co-workers. Or with your students or whatever. Understand? Or even with your friends after university. Guess what? That's all a waste of time. What you need to be doing is realizing that you're in it for the information. You're going somewhere to get some information from them. You understand? Because that's what I do. Now, if I go anywhere, I have to be coaching myself along the way and I have to talk it out. I can be watching Netflix, for example, while I'm actually doing my video over here. So I have a nice, beautiful way of saying that either way, I'm just going to watch Netflix while I'm actually talking to you. So anyway, I realize that every single time I'm really, really focusing upon loving my life, I'm just going to realize that there's always a better way. There's a better way to do something. But as I watch Netflix, you can see I'm watching the nice, beautiful screen like this. That's how I watch the screen. That's how I watch Netflix. Ta-da. Let's just move into the next episode. Understand? It's that simple. But guess what? I realize that's how I watch my Netflix. Understand? Now, either way, every single day, focus upon understanding. You have to grow yourself, but what you can do on videos as well. You can understand, you can be watching Netflix, you can be giving people ideas, and you can be watching Netflix too. So every single day, when I focus upon loving my life, I focus upon different areas of life. So I'm always focusing on doing something very different, and then I'm making sure every single day I'm focusing on love. I'm focusing on cartoons. I'm focusing on making sure I'm living life to the fullest. So when I understand every single day that I have something great to say all the time, I'm making sure that no matter what, that there's nothing stopping me in life from doing the life I want. That's it. Now, it's a great attitude for you to understand that I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking in a way that you have to understand that I'm learning and I'm watching Netflix while I'm actually talking in the actual life coaching video, because guess what? You have to understand every single day you have to grow yourself. You have to understand it's more about the nice, beautiful positivity of your life. And now I understand that no matter what, that when I watch Netflix, I just went through nice, beautiful 2 episodes really quickly, because guess what? I realized that, you understand? I'm teaching you something, because every single day I focus upon understanding that there's always more to talk about. But if you go and really be really pronunciative with your nice, beautiful language all the time, and you're just in video all the time, you're just recording yourself, and you're just doing something along the way to make sure that you're nice, and you're making sure you're always pronunciating yourself in a better way, you're always going to understand that no matter what, you're just going to lift yourself from the situation, and there's always more to say, and there's always more to do, but you're going to understand that no matter what, that nothing's going to stop you from loving your life and doing your nice, beautiful life coaching videos the way you want. But I understand that what's important is if you go through making sure that you love life and you're picking up ideas and you're even browsing Instagram while you're doing your nice, beautiful videos like this, guess what? I can coach people and also watch Netflix at the same time, because what's stopping you? There's nothing stopping you in life. So you have to understand that when you're really dwelling upon life in a different way, and you're making sure that you're learning and growing yourself along the way, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're going to talk positively with your videos, and you're going to actually show people what you're doing all the time, you're going to understand every single day you show people with your nice, beautiful communicational style every single day. And that's all you do. You understand that no matter what, I'm positive about everything. I'm positive all the time, because I'm making sure that you understand that every single time I watch something, I make sure I'm always vibing with myself. I'm always vibing with that nice, beautiful communicational skill. So when I look at myself and I make sure every single day I look at myself in the mirror. I make sure every single day I focus upon loving my life, but I see how I really recognize how I really watch everything. So when I'm really, let's say, intensive about something, I'm making sure that every single day I go and learn exactly what I need to learn to make sure I'm growing. But every single day, I promise you now, every single day, I promise you, Jesus Christ says that if you grow and really understand that no matter what, that if you just go and do you every single day in a way that you go and grow yourself, you're going to understand that no matter what, you're going to learn in the process of whatever you're doing. So if you understand that either way, you're going to pick up ideas and then you're going to give it to people, because that's the only way. I promise the only way of living life is making sure that you're going to have fun with life. I mean, who else makes a nice beautiful video while watching Netflix, for example? So if you understand that there's always much more to do every single day, and you're always focusing upon understanding that your life must be much more in talent and skills with you, and you're going to focus on your life, you're going to focus upon what you're saying, you're going to focus upon making sure that you can communicate. Now you can lead the world. You can make sure every single day that you're going to go and really vibe. You're going to vibe. You're going to make sure that no matter what, that your life is going to be tremendous. And when you're tremendous, you're going to make sure you're going to connect the words together. You're going to make sure every single day that no matter what, you're showing yourself on video, you're showing your nice beautiful attitude every single day, and then you're going to focus upon lifting yourself. You have to lift yourself from every situation. But if you're going and focusing upon life and what you really want, and you're giving people the full attention that you deserve every single day, you deserve everything. I mean, if you're just, as long as you're just communicating daily and you're just making sure that you're having fun in the process, you're going to make sure every single day that you're going to be the best you can be. Now, that's what you have to do every single day. Now, every single day I focus upon understanding that there's always more to experience and there's always more life to see. So I understand that no matter what, I'm always loving life. You understand? I'm always loving life. I'm always making sure that no matter what, I can watch whatever I want while I'm doing my coaching videos. You understand? I can listen to my music. I can get my nice, beautiful, actual soundtracks on, and I can start listening to my music while I'm talking to you, for example. So when I try it out, you must understand that there's always more to do every single day with my life. So it's more how I really realize something about life. I realize that if you go and really try and test everything out with yourself daily, you're going to focus upon understanding that there's always something more to do. So I love to test out everything. I mean, I love to listen to music while I talk to you right now. In a sense, so what I do is I go on Spotify, I get into my nice beautiful music, whatever. Now, in terms of whatever, I understand that it's more I go into my nice beautiful music or whatever in terms of and then I just really coach you upon what my life really is. I'll coach you upon making sure that you understand my attitude in the process of it all. So when I really teach you something, I'm really trying to grow you in the process of what I'm doing also. So that is the whole point of life. Now, every single day I'm focusing upon understanding that there's always more to deliver and making sure every single time you're going to focus upon life. Now, if you understand that no matter what, whereas my nice beautiful track is playing right now, but guess what? You are able to hear me, aren't you? You're able to understand every single day I'm always focusing upon a better life. But then I have a nice beautiful experience going in my ears right now. I mean, you understand? Because I'm learning something different along the way. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, if you understand how to really pronounce yourself much better in front of people, you have to understand that's how you grow. I mean, you can have your earphones on and talk to people. I mean, you can, as long as you have a beautiful attitude about it. Understand? I mean, how's my attitude in terms of my words? I mean, isn't it beautiful? Because I'm teaching you a beautiful attitude, aren't I? Now, you have to understand, I can watch Netflix while I'm listening to my actual beautiful soundtracks right here. Understand? So while I'm actually doing this, I mean, I'll show you how I'm really doing it. So what I do is I'll show you right now that if I play music and I start talking to you right now, you have to understand either way, that it's all different. Every single day. I have a nice beautiful track over here, but look, I'm just focusing on my nice beautiful track, aren't I? I'm making sure every single day you focus upon your life, and then you understand every single day you're going to focus upon lifting yourself. You understand? Because you have to lift yourself. You have to understand either way. You can listen to music and be doing your nice beautiful life coaching videos, and whatever in terms of life, in terms of whatever you're doing, you have to understand it's more about teaching you than it is regretting you. You understand? Because I'm never regretting anything in life. I'm making sure you understand that I'm always focusing upon something that's going to lift me. You understand? Now, when I focus upon something that lifts me, I talk over the music because it never ever bothers me in my video. Do you understand? I understand either way. I'm having fun in the process of actually talking while my music is playing. You understand? Because guess what? I can pull on some music. I can watch some Netflix too while I'm actually talking to you. I understand? Because it's all new tactics and skills. I mean, look, I go on nice beautiful Netflix right now somewhere, and then you're going to understand either way that what I do is I press play, and then guess what happens? I make sure I'm teaching you new skills upon what you can do. Understand? But either way, I understand that the nice beautiful, let's say, track did stop. But I understand either way that what happens is realize I can watch my Netflix and be able to talk over the music, and it's no problem. You understand? But guess what? I realized that is how quick I learn. I just realized that when it doesn't work, when something never works, I just move away from it. You understand? Rosh, that's it. I mean, now you understand that my phone, in terms of my Samsung, never plays Netflix and music at the same time. I understand? Rosh, now guess what? I have two phones. I get myself a third phone. I promise you. I get myself a third phone. I have two phones at the moment. I get myself I have a laptop. I have a laptop, baby. I pumped the music laptop. I have a laptop over here. So guess what? I'm looking for new ideas, aren't I? I'm looking for new ideas. But guess what? I have a laptop. I pump the music on one end. I watch Netflix on the other one. Understand? I mean, that's it. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day you focus upon saying. I mean, that's how smart I am. Because no matter what, nothing is going to distract me while I communicate. I mean, how much do you want to scream over me? I talk over you. I talk over you just like I talk over the music, man. I mean, understand? I mean, there's no going over me. I mean, you trying to talk louder than me, I'll just talk over you, and I'll talk over you like this. I'll talk over you like this while you can be screaming at me, and I'll be like, yeah, I understand you, bro. I understand you, bro. I understand you, bro. I mean, guess what? I mean, no matter what, you can never ever shut me up. I mean, because guess what? I'm looking to really, really turn you on in a way that I'm looking to help you grow. I understand that no matter what, you must understand that if you're talking over language and you're talking over people and you're talking and back talking to people, you must grow and grow yourself in the process. So that's the whole point. Approach now. If you understand, I'm experiencing something new in the process, but I'm never afraid to start watching Netflix here. I'm just making sure I'm just learning and growing in the process. Because what's amazing here is making sure you're giving people new knowledge and new skills of what they can do. I've just shown you 3 and 4 and more new doors in life where you can go and do that for yourself. I mean, you can do that. You can just do what I was doing. Instead, you can go and try it out for yourself. Watch now, every single day, you must understand that no matter what, you go and really, really pronounce yourself better, but learn new skills along the way, and then be talking to yourself all day long in a positive manner, as you see me doing so in this video. I mean, I'm pretty sure those are the examples I'm showing you, and that's what you need to do all day long, because that's what you have to understand is a great attitude. And now, as you're traveling the world and as you're doing everything, you have to be coaching events, you have to be life coaching events, you have to be the main headline. You have to understand that I can go anywhere right now for free and be life coaching for free everywhere. You understand? But what happens when I coach for free is people never value my freedom. I mean, people never value when I do it for free. I understand? But what happens is, I realize that is a free organization where you're going and understanding that you're a charity worker, you're doing it for free. I'm doing it for free here, but nobody's valuing it except I. Virtually nobody values this that I gave you. Virtually now, except I. I value everything I give. I understand although that what's amazing is every single day, never call yourself a nobody. I mean, call yourself a somebody. I understand although when I price this video at $1 million and you give me $1 million of your money that you have now in terms of plastic or whatever you have, you give me $1 million in my bank account. You understand? You give me $1 million in cryptocurrency or whatever for this video, you're going to start valuing my content. I mean, you understand? But when I give it to you for free, you say, oh, I'm in big deal, man. I'm in big deal, man. I'm in big deal, man. I mean, yeah, I understand you, man. I understand. I see how much content you're doing in life. I see how much content you're doing in life. Rush now every single day, focus upon understanding that no matter what, then once you come to my events, you see big deal, bro. You see big deal, sister. I mean, understand? You see how much big deal this is. Understand? Rush now every single day, that no matter what, I'm focusing upon understanding that if you go and make any money online, I mean, congratulations. I make money so much online. I mean, I have $1 million more in my bank account right now, and you have to understand either way that I'm focusing upon understanding that I'm very successful about what I do, but many people never believe in I. I understand? I mean, nobody believes in I except I. I understand? I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ believes in I. I understand? I'm pretty sure I understand that. I understand that Jesus Christ really believes in I. I can see God in that. I understand because how do I understand that? I mean, Jesus Christ says, never cut your eye out. Now, that's why I understand there is eternity in this lifetime. And now, because either way, I understand that it's also in the afterlife. Now, anything that you ever word in life, I mean, anything that you can say in words, you can do with Jesus Christ, and you can do with God, and you can do it in eternity with other people. Or anything that you can imagine in this lifetime is what you can do with Jesus Christ and God in eternity, because you can speak it. Now, there's no limits. I mean, if God is trying to limit you in some kind of way, I mean, what kind of father is that? I mean, what kind of father is that where whatever happens, where somebody may limit you for some reason, where you may have a shoulder bag, but they never want to give you that? I mean, what kind of God is that? I mean, if you ask God for anything you want in eternity, you get it. And you understand? Because that's the kind of life we're going to live. Now, every single day, you must focus upon understanding that I'm alone, but I'm making sure I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my life. I'm making sure I'm growing. I'm making sure I'm always keeping up to date with everything I do, because what's important right now is for myself to do more music production and more life coaching degrees, and then making sure I'm always doing more psychology. I'm studying online now to do psychology work for the next 6 years and more, because either way, I'm doing psychology here anyway, so I may as well make $100,000 at 9 to 5 as well. So what? I mean, are you going to be jealous of me because I studied 6 years to do psychology? I mean, I studied my whole life to do psychology. You understand? Every single day, focus upon understanding that with swimsuits, you can roll them up. You understand? You can roll them up, and either way, I mean, when you're in the sun and it's unfortunately when it's too hot for you, you take off your swimsuit, you take off your clothing, you go naked in your bedroom, you go totally nude in your bedroom. You understand? Now, either way, you can see I'm at a hostel right now. I'm at a hostel. I'm giving $30 a night to stay at the Aussie Hotel in Coffs Harbour. And guess what? I mean, either way, it's fast internet here. But guess what? I'm here to see a new area. And now, either way, I promise you, you can go and rent bikes. You can rent a bike at the hostels, and you can rent your own locker if you want. I use a trolley for my locker, and now because I use a trolley for my locker, I bring all my stuff with me all the time, because I never want to bend over. I never want to bend over to lock something, because I bring everything with me. You understand? Or that's just the way I am. You understand? Or now, every single day, focus upon understanding that because I have a trolley, I bring my trolley around and I walk 50 kilometers with it. You understand? But guess what I do? I play my new music that I made on it. I mean, I make new music and then I pump it on my portable speaker all day long, and I make everybody watch me. You understand? I pump my own voice. I pump my own voice that I made in terms of my live coaching videos. I extract the audio. I put on my portable speaker. I walk through restaurants and through people, and it's pumping my voice. I want to listen back to my audio. I mean, you're calling yourself rich. I mean, you're calling yourself rich. You have to understand either way that you have to be rich. I mean, many people who are rich have a limo, and they say, hey, I have a limo, man. I have a limo. I mean, I understand. I have a portable speaker playing my voice. I have a portable speaker playing my new music, man. I walk 50 kilometers, man. I mean, what's up? I mean, what's up? I mean, are you wearing leather shoes, man? Are you call yourself rich? Unfortunately, guess what? I mean, every single day, no matter what, I mean, never mess with me. I mean, that's it. I mean, I walk around 50 and 100 kilometers to listen to my voice. I mean, that's it. I walk with a trolley. You understand? I'm rich now. I'm rich. You understand? I'm rich when I want to hear my voice. You understand? Now, every single day, focus upon understanding that no matter what, you have to go through different phases of life. You understand? You have to understand that sometimes you're going to grow up poor. I mean, sometimes you're going to grow up rich. You're going to grow up sometimes in poverty. You're going to grow up without an arm. You're going to grow up without a leg. You may get your amputation as well. You understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, somebody may shoot you and you may come alive. I mean, guess what? You're here to live. You're here to make sure that you're going to be positive. You're here to make sure that nothing is going to extract you from this life in a way that it's going to kill you. I mean, make sure you never give up, regardless of what's happening. I mean, regardless of what you do to me, you can never shut me the fuck up. I mean, whatever happens of how much women you have, I can get those women by just giving them money, man. I just give them money. I get how many women I want in my bedroom. I mean, that's the kind of world we live in. I mean, they die for $200. I mean, they die for it. I mean, $200. I mean, threesomes. I mean, foursomes. I mean, orgies in the backyard. I mean, whatever you want. I mean, $200. I mean, they'll all grab it. You understand? I mean, it's very quick. I mean, what? I mean, what kind of sell point? I mean, what kind of sales point do you want with women or men? I mean, you just give them some money and they have sex with you. I mean, really quickly. I mean, that's it. I mean, is that the sales point? I mean, guess what? I mean, what's even better than that? I mean, delay gratification and then focus on yourself instead. Well, you never have to give them money. I mean, never give them money. I mean, never give them anything. I mean, give yourself everything. I love I don't have to give you this video. I just give it to you. I don't have to give it to you. I mean, understand? I mean, Jesus Christ never has to come to this world. I mean, Jesus Christ just comes to this world. You get me? I mean, guess what? I mean, you deserve everything. You deserve it. I understand, although I deserve even more. You deserve even more. Now, guess what? I'm always coaching you more than you're coaching me. You understand? I'm making sure that no matter what, that I just go out there and be the best version of myself all the time. Regardless of how many women want regardless of how many women want 2 centimeter muscles bigger than mine. You understand? I never care about them. I mean, go and find another man. I never care about you people. I mean, they call other people more attractive than me. I'm more attractive than everybody. I'm more attractive than all the women on the planet. That's how I look at life. I'm more attractive than everybody in life. I'm more attractive than you and everything. That's how I look at life. I understand, but guess what? That's how you have to look at life. Understand? Now, nobody can get to me. Now, every single day, people are going to say, this man's more attractive than you, or this woman's more attractive than you. And they're going to say, this man is more smarter than you, so that they rather go to the smarter man. This one's going to say that they have more money, so they're going that way. Guess what? Never let them break you. Say, hey, get lost. I never care about you people. I never care about you. You say, hey, I understand you, but guess what? I have a nicer attitude than that. I have a nice attitude. I never need you. I never need you in my life. That's it. What? That's the sales point. That she's going for another man because they have more money. I have more money than her and him together. You understand? First, that's how it is. First, I understand that, but they are unaware of it. You understand? First, that's it. I'm just the word I. First, I'm just growing myself in my favor. And now when I grow myself and I see people at a seminar and I see people around town, I always remember how people were to me back in the days. You understand? They're calling me a nobody. They're spitting at me. They're fighting me. They're causing me violence. They're trying to take away my woman. They're trying to take away and steal my stuff. They're stealing my stuff. They're doing everything to me. You understand? Although guess what? I'm just the word I. I only ever said the word I. You understand? Because now I understand everything I said. Now every single day I'm focusing upon understanding. I'm just giving you examples. You understand? Because I was in trauma. I was worse than yesterday. How was I worse than yesterday? I was looking fatter than ever. I was more stupid than ever. You understand? Now, how was I more stupid than ever? You must understand, I'm actually always more smarter in life. You're always more smarter in life. I was just looking worse physically, is what I mean. Now, everybody spiritually is getting better than yesterday. Everybody spiritually is better than yesterday, but physically is something else. I'm better physically. I'm better than yesterday physically. Now, every single day, focus on understanding that those who are looking worse than yesterday physically are the ones that I refer to as worse than yesterday. Now, 66% of the world is overweight or obese. Understand? Now, that means that 66% of the world is looking worse than yesterday physically. But they never want to listen to me and my attitude about life because I've lost 47 kilos. And they never want to learn that. Big deal. Go learn it yourself. You understand? That's it. Now, every single day, that when I go and really deliver something, you have to understand that when I go and give you my business card, for example, when I'm giving you material possessions, you have to understand that when you're going around giving material possessions or something extra that you just want to give away, and you find people, you just make sure you get the plastic bag and tip it over on the table so that they all see what you have, and then just put your business cards there as well, and put 4 or 5 business cards and just give it to them. You understand? Because what you give in business cards as well is how many people you're giving those possessions to. Isn't that amazing? I gave 5 business cards before I even go around giving it to these people. But then guess what happens? I'll go in front of those people and there's 5 people sitting there. Isn't that beautiful? Do you understand what I just done? I just went and gave away materials such as razors and earphones and microphones and cotton earbuds and elastic bands and all this stuff. And guess what? I put 5 business cards in there as well. I went to the table over there. I hear people screaming. I say, I have to go over there. I have to go to the table. I have to go to those people. And I didn't see them before this. But then guess what? I go there and then there's 5 people at the table because I put 5 business cards. Understand? Because what does that say? I realize that my business cards can go into another dimension and into a spiritual world. So if I place 10 business cards there and I go to the table, I may have seen 10 people there. You understand? Now, because I put 5 business cards, I'm deserving of giving 5 business cards to people over there. And there's 5 people over there. Now, although if I place 100 business cards in there, 100 people will be over there. Understand? That's how it is. Either way, I did attract 5 people. Understand? Put 5 business cards, I attract 5 people. That's how it is. How much you're willing to give is how much you get in experience. Understand? You give 10 business cards with the material possessions that you give out, you get 10 people over there at the table as well. You understand? That's what it is. But if I just give material possessions, well, it's a blessing, but guess what? You're just giving them out, but no promotion for you. I mean, guess what? I mean, from this point, I mean, it really does matter. Although, guess what? It's just you then. I mean, you may even give it to one individual then. You understand? You may give it all to one individual then. If you put 5 business cards there of yours, I mean, 5 people have to show up. I mean, 5 people have to show up to get those possessions because there's 5 business cards there. But if you put 10 business cards with those possessions to give away in a plastic bag, you'll find 10 people somewhere. Or if you put 20 business cards, you'll find 20 people. I promise you, it always works. I mean, why? Because in those business cards, you have a service of information. First, now, information goes and attracts life. And now, if you understand Dr. Wayne Dyer's work and his nice, beautiful content, and also anybody's content in the world, you understand, and Eckhart Tolle as well, you understand. And why do I reference these people? Actually, it's just a reference. You understand? Actually, it's just people I admire. Now, every single day, focus on understanding that it's all about words. Now, if you want to manifest anything, you must understand that Dr. Wayne Dyer says in his book, The Secret to Manifesting Anything You Want. You have to understand it's all about words. Or it's all about what you say, and it's all about what you speak. You understand? Now, if you just speak much better, you'll focus upon having a better life. I focus upon having a better life only. And now, because I do that, now I just go and speak much better and better and better throughout my life, and my life just becomes better. I mean, isn't that just what you want? I mean, you have to understand that there's nothing else better for you to do today than to have a better life. You understand? If I just go speaking better and better and better and clearly about everything I'm saying and doing in life, I then focus upon having a better life. Although every single day, focus upon understanding that the more you do, the better for you. But my life coaching video is done in this video. I mean, you understand? Because guess what? I mean, it's a 1 hour video. I mean, it's a free video. But guess what? I mean, in another few hours' time, I go and plan more in my life. I go do something else. You understand? I upload this video online quickly. But guess what's amazing about uploading 1 hour videos instead of 5 hour videos online? I mean, it's a really, really quick duration in a way that it's more effective to upload 1 hour videos at a time online than it is to upload 50 million hours at once. Understand? Now, why is that? Because 1 hour video may invest your time to do so, where it may take you, let's say, up to 20 minutes to upload your videos. But you're never stealing anything. You're just looking for better words. You're just making sure they may pronounce you to understand that it can really, really last you, or let's say the stamina of your life, or in terms of your nice, beautiful dictionary, you have to understand that it can really, really invest your effort. You invest 20 minutes of your life uploading 1 hour videos instead of investing 50 years to upload 50,000 hours of content in one day. I mean, what's better? I mean, isn't it better to upload 1 hour videos online over 50 million hours at once? I mean, what would you rather do? I mean, would you rather go and upload 50 million hours of content, or 1 hour each at a time to make up 50 million? I mean, better to upload one at a time, so you understand every single day that all at one time is the best way. First, that's it. First, now, if you understand every single day, I never regret a word I say. I never regret a word I say because I'm always growing my words. I'm always growing the individual I am. You understand? But every time you go and do something very faithful with yourself, where you're growing, you understand how to really be much more than yesterday, and then you understand how to grow.